telling you. Take a day out the week for yourself. I don't care if it's Monday, Tuesday, Saturday, Yonday. Take a day out for yourselves. Cause I said for yourselves. But what I've been seeing over the past 2 weeks, bro, which is crazy. In the United States alone, you got people in their 20s, males in their 20s, dying from high blood pressure and hypertension, squad. We be stressed out. I ain't never seen no shit like that growing up, bro. In their 20s, I'm talking about 24, 27, 20, which is crazy to me, squad. And I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Women, y'all ain't gonna understand this because y'all not the cause, but it's like y'all the root. Listen to me, all right? To my boys out there.
Springbok Air in London? Who knows? It might be you. In London, for free.
Most of our stress come from 2 reasons, women and money. And when I say women and money, you could say 60% women, 40% money, 70% women, 30% money. All right? Learn to balance your relationships and control your life, squad. Because we not no better than nobody else. None of the homies that's watching this video, bro. We be in love with our girl. We be sprung on our women. And we love them. And I told y'all before, whoever you love can dictate your mood. They can make or break your day, squad. They can. So try to tame that a little bit, because stress builds high blood pressure, and high blood pressure leads to hypertension, heart attacks. In your 20s is crazy. We ain't gonna go all the way there though. I got a video that I think finna be dope. Kick back, get y'all food. I be seeing y'all in the comments, like I be eating, especially the females. I like to eat and watch ghosts. I like to eat. Bro, the homies be saying that too, but like, damn. That's what my baby mama be doing. She could not watch TV without eating, squad. I swear to God. Her food would get cold until she finds something to watch, bro. I promise you. But look, we finna get into this video. I love y'all. I feel real warm for some reason. Let's get down, man. This look like one of them ones.
Hi, good morning. I'm so sorry. I'm super embarrassed.
Yeah.
Hi, puppy.
Let me get.
This man is 74-year-old John Arthur Getrew, an elderly homeowner in Hayward, California. What he doesn't know is that he's speaking with an undercover officer closing in on a decades-old secret. And things are about to take an unexpected turn.
I was turning around in your driveway.
It's about to sound dumb what I'm about to say, squad. Well, not to me. Y'all know how they be like, a police officer can't sell you drugs and then smoking with you. That's entrapment. They can't lie to you. That's entrapment. If anything is the most entrapment shit in the world, bro, it gotta be an undercover police officer. How you gonna walk up to me as a bad bitch, ass all out? Yeah, I'll let you get up in my house, hands behind your back, sir. Like, the fuck? This should be entrapment to the highest power. Or am I tripping?
And I accidentally hit your car.
Look.
The one parked in the driveway. Do you want to maybe take a look to see if we should exchange insurance information?
Yeah, bro, you old. You old. Let me tell you why this would have been a red flag to me. 1, it's how you hit my car in the driveway. You know what I'm saying? All this street, you hit my car in the driveway. 2, if you was to hit a car in the driveway, you gotta be loaded, bro. I know the drunkest person that can still stay on the road. Therefore, you come to my door and you don't look or smell like alcohol, red flag. 3, if somebody hit your car in the driveway, that's usually a hit and run. They're not finna knock on your door like, excuse me, I hit your car. This would have been iffy to me, but he 25 years away from 100, so yeah, he didn't catch on.
Peek.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. So embarrassing.
Sheriff's office. Yeah. Go ahead. Put your hands behind your back.
Look.
Go ahead, face
Got him.
What's this?
We'll talk to you in a minute. Anybody else in the house?
No, my wife's at work.
Deputies give John a routine pat-down before he's led to the
probably
front
like
seat
this
of a police
bitch.
vehicle.
Take a seat.
You want to rest on that seat?
You're gonna close the door, make sure the dogs.
Yes.
We'll take care of your dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Though he hasn't been told why he's been arrested, John applauds the deputies for the ruse.
Good line for coming out of the house, get that guy out of the house.
That wasn't a good line. You was just stupid. And when you John age, that's his name. When you this fool age, you know what you did in the past for whatever he arrested for. But at 75 years old, you kind of don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? If I got arrested at 75 years old, I'm like, whatever I did, I don't care. Because I promise you, at 75 years old, this might sound funny, jail is more lit than your regular life. All you do is sit in the house and watch. You up in jail, you can watch some fights. You gonna start getting high. You know what I'm saying? You up in jail with squad, you flirt with guards. I'm talking about the female ones. Y'all chill out. Y'all chill out. I'm talking about the female ones, squad, the female guards. Chill
Months
out.
earlier, cold case investigators in Santa Clara County reopened a murder case that had remained unsolved
Look.
for 45 years.
Look.
DNA from the crime scene was compared to a public database, allowing investigators to trace a family tree and identify John, a husband, father, and former Boy Scout leader, as the
My boy, they done got the family tree. So you mean to tell me they done got the auntie? Okay, let's see if your DNA match with the cousin. Okay, let's see if your DNA match with the uncle. The uncle is the brother of him. Let's see if the DNA... Y'all still want to do crime in 2025? This happened in 1973. It wasn't that good back then. I'm talking about the science, the DNA analysis. It wasn't that good back then, squad. That's why he got caught today. My kids would be dumb as hell if they start doing shit at 25 years old, 30 years old, bro. That's like 15, 20 years from now. You know how good that shit gonna be then? Look how it is in 2025, bro. I'm cool on crime.
primary suspect.
I'm cool on
Investigators
crime.
bring him in for questioning, hoping to uncover the truth. Is this devoted husband and father simply the wrong man? Or has his carefully lived life been a cover for something far more sinister? The following is based on official police records, and most of the footage has never been seen before.
So I'm Sergeant Cortez, okay? I'll let you know what's going on
I'm
while you're
asking
here
on me.
today.
Yeah,
okay?
I'd like to know.
Yeah, absolutely, of course.
You know what you did.
Before I let you know what's going on, I just want to get your personal information. Just confirm your name. Your full name is John Arthur
Getreu.
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 Get it right.
Were you ever in the military?
No.
No. Have you ever been arrested in the past?
No.
John shares basic information about his past and childhood, revealing that he was born in Newark, Ohio, and spent the early years of his life moving frequently
They got a
due to his
Newark,
father's
Ohio.
long military career. He spent a significant part of his teen years in West Germany, where his family lived on a U.S. military base.
Now, you mentioned that you had never been arrested.
He don't like me. West
And
Germany.
I found
in
out
the
something
70s.
about that. Something happened in Germany.
Okay.
Can you tell me about
I
that?
was arrested in Germany.
Okay, what happened with that? Can you tell me about that?
I was accused of murder.
The revelation
Oh!
is especially jarring, given that he's here
Let me tell you this right now, bro. Let me tell you this right now. They only asking him. They did a whole background check on this fool. They only asking him about Germany. Mind you, they can't arrest him for the murders in Germany. They are in the United States. They can't touch. They can't do nothing. They can't do nothing to him about the murders in Germany. But they only asking him so they can let him know they know he's a killer or been accused of a murder before. Now they finna bring up the murders in the United States, bro. We know you are capable. So let us know what happened in 1973. Let us know what happened in 1973, bro.
here today on accusations of his involvement in a completely separate murder.
Tell me about what happened. What
I would have been
what
like,
was the
none of your
accusation
business.
against
None of your
I-
business.
Killed a chaplain's, or not chaplain, yeah, chaplain's daughter.
you? Okay.
Damn.
And that was all I knew.
Okay. Do you remember what happened?
No.
With this young female?
No.
No.
I didn't even know her.
Telling y'all
The
what I
young
told
girl,
them.
15-year-old Margaret Williams, attended a dance at an American youth club one Saturday night in 1963, when John was just 18 years old.
He did.
The two were said to have met on the street shortly after, where she agreed to let him walk her home.
See, that's all that moonshine and shit they was drinking back then, bro. John was 33. John like 33 years old, squad. Whatever he accused of doing to that girl, he did it. Because ain't no way in hell you go to different countries and the police is accusing you of murder, squad. Any kind of money, the murder out here in 1973 is another female. This one of the fools that can't get it up when they start laughing or they get, he kill them. He kill them. I know niggas like John.
Her body was discovered the next day on a baseball diamond behind the club. She'd been sexually assaulted and strangled.
Yeah.
You didn't even know her? Why did they arrest you? I mean, if...
Probably the next day
Okay,
after they found the body, I guess.
okay.
They had no DNA.
How did they tie you to this body? How did they connect you to this body?
Somebody had seen me.
See, back then, there wasn't no DNA in no countries. No DNA analysis in 1963. With that being said, no suspects, no criminals in the world ever thought that that would exist in the future. With that being said, John did this without a condom, squad. They still got the DNA if they scraped her. You know what I'm saying? If they gave her the swab. They got that DNA from that girl, even though it won't mean nothing over here. Let's fast forward to 1973. That's the point I'm trying to make. He still didn't think that DNA exists. But in 1973, they was taking DNA samples off of victims and storing them because it was in the process. That's how they caught this fool. Thought he was gonna get away with it again 10 minutes, I said 10 minutes, 10 years later in another country. But you bitch ass niggas, you weirdos, y'all always get caught, squad, always. Year 1, year 3, year 5, year 20, your time is coming. 75 years old, I still say kill this nigga, man.
You know, walk that direction or walk towards your school, or
Okay,
it was an elementary school.
okay. Did you... I mean, I don't know the details of what
I
happened.
don't know the details either, so
Okay.
You did it.
actually meet this young lady?
that's what they say.
Though John maintains his innocence, he was found guilty at trial for Margaret's murder, ultimately receiving a sentence of 10 years in a German juvenile prison. Because of his age at the time, he was released after serving roughly 2/3 of his sentence. Then he walked free.
And so you spent actually
Nigga
6
only
years in prison?
I was just
Something
gonna
like
say that.
Wow. And then how, after you were released, what
For an
happened?
E-part
I
and a
just
murder?
was dropped off at McGuire Air Force Base, and my father picked me up, and that was it.
That was it? You came back to the
Never
United
heard
States?
a word from him. Nothing.
Okay.
After returning to the United States, John moved to
Damn.
California, and in 1975 was once again at the center of a serious crime.
And then at some point, there was another accusation against you about a sexual assault from the Palo Alto Police
Yeah,
Department?
Palo Alto Police Department.
Okay.
That's when I was the leader of an Explorer post.
Okay. Can you tell me about what
At
happened?
30 years old.
Nothing.
Okay.
You know, I
It's
was
just
accused, interviewed.
This is why I say once a weirdo, always a weirdo, bro. You had a crime accused of this shit at 18 years old in Germany. 1963, 1975, you accused of it again. You're 30 years old now. 12 years later. You skipped your 20s, now you're in your 30s, doing it again. Once a weirdo, always a weirdo, squad. And you can't tell me no different. That shit you don't go outside, work out, and sweat it out. You know what I'm saying? Them fools don't pray it out. I don't care what nobody say. You can't talk it out. You can't change your life and not do it no more. They always gonna be a weirdo, bro. They always gonna look at little girls at 25 years old, 35 years old, 45 years old, 55. That's these niggas, squad. And then he found the dumb bitch to marry him. Who is she? Take her to jail too. But where does she didn't know, Ghost? Fuck you too, take you to jail too. Don't agree with this. Now that mean you kind of on his side a little bit. That mean you feel a little sympathy for the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Take that bitch to you too. Fuck. All of them. All of y'all.
That was it.
Okay. What's this allegation? I gotta ask you.
Yeah.
This allegation that this young girl made against you that you sexually assaulted her. Did that actually happen?
No, not that I,
Not that
not that I know of. And if I was arrested for specifically that, and then not even tried, and then nothing's happened. Like I told him, nothing happened.
Yeah.
I never saw her again. You know.
Did you end up serving time for that? Do you remember?
He remember
No, I
63. He
didn't-
remember.
didn't serve any time that I know of.
Okay.
I didn't serve any time that I know of. So you remember 1963, but you don't remember 1975. You remember way back then, way back then, but you don't remember way back then. Knock it off, squad. This Detective Cortez is smarter than he think he is. We catch it on. I taught this nigga
Can't, you know.
everything he know,
It was so piddly that.
everything he know.
You weren't didn't go to trial or anything
No.
like that? Okay.
According to multiple news sources, John was 31 years old when the teenager came
31.
forward, claiming he not only assaulted and strangled her, but threatened to kill her if she didn't comply. He received a 6-month sentence, serving just 30 days on.
Oh, I thought you didn't remember. Now that you know of. Come on, squad. Then he asked him, did you go to trial? He said, no. You remember you didn't go to trial, but you don't remember if you went to jail or not. You did. And it be only getting 30 days for that is bullshit. Palo Alto County. The police out there tripping, squad. How y'all get this fool only 30 days for that? How y'all get him 30 days for that, squad?
Weekends after 5 were suspended.
So I want to tell you a little bit about my investigation. Okay. Are you familiar with the with Palo Alto area, Stanford area, the hills in Stanford?
Yeah.
Yeah, I live there. Takes a sip. Here we go.
You ever go out there?
Takes a sip. He lived there.
You
I
ever,
was a scout leader. I traveled all those hills.
what hills? Which hills are you talking?
Well, we were out in the Bay, Half Moon Bay Hills.
Okay.
Let me tell you where he just cooked himself. Detective goes in the building. My nigga, they just showed us the layout of where the girl was found and got sexually assaulted. It was in the forest in the hills, squad. So now you telling us right now, you ran all through them hills. You worked all through them hills. You was a Boy Scout. You know them hills. Basically like the back of your hand. Okay, thank you. So now it's adding up. Because she was found in the Palo Alto Hills, bro. The ones that you know very well. Very well. Look what this fool said.
You ever go out there? You
I
ever,
was a scout leader. I traveled all those hills.
what hills? Which hills are you talking?
Well, we were out in the Bay, Half Moon Bay Hills,
Okay.
and I traveled up through there, hiked with the boys.
Did you ever go in the hills, like in the area around Page Mill Road? Page Mill Road, like just west of Stanford?
No.
He gonna say, I was just gonna say, he gonna say no.
Okay. So I'm investigating there's a murder up there in the hills. And would there be any reason that you were ever up in those hills? No?
No.
Bro, you are cooked. So in 1975 in Palo Alto, California, it's a female that came forward and said you assaulted her, right? Also, in the same hills where I bet you any kind of money where that female was assaulted, that's also where he dropped the body at of somebody that he killed. Serial killers are routine, you know what I'm saying? They go where they feel comfortable. He assaulted a woman right here. He know these hills. He know nobody can't hear nobody screaming, none of that, so he gonna bring the dead body right here too, squad. Because it's not no coincidence to where this girl was saying that you assaulted her right here. You say you know these hills right here. You committed a murder in Germany, and it's a dead body right here. It's not adding up, bro. I don't believe in coincidences, especially when they come in threes. And this motherfucker just came in 4. It just came in 4. You cooked.
Leslie Marie Perloff was a 21-year-old Stanford University graduate working as a law clerk at the North County Law Library in Palo Alto, California in 1973. Her body was found dumped in the Stanford Dish hiking area. A floral scarf was found tightly knotted around her neck and had been used as a ligature to strangle her to death. Was found tightly knotted.
Okay, so he killed the girl and then assaulted the other girl. I thought he assaulted the girl first and then came back and dropped the... Nah, he killed somebody there first and then assaulted the girl in the same spot. And I'm assuming he felt sorry for her. He let her go. Whenever somebody tell you, I will kill you if you tell anybody, they let you go. And that's exactly what the victim said. She didn't get away. So why did he let her go, but he killed his two previous suspects? Mind of a serial killer, bro.
Knotted
You
around
never
her
know.
neck and had been used as a ligature to strangle her to death. It was DNA found beneath her fingernails that led them to John, who at the time worked near the Stanford campus as a security guard.
You
Stupid.
ever see this young lady? You know her?
No, who's that?
It's a young lady that an investigation I'm doing, and she was murdered. Do you ever see her at all?
No.
She look familiar?
Imagine getting caught 45
Leslie's
years later.
1972 orange Chevrolet Nova was found parked at the gate of an old quarry near Old Page Mill Road, just east of where her body was found.
Do you remember ever stopping by the side of the road and looking into this vehicle?
No,
It's an orange Chevy Nova.
no,
No?
no, sir.
Okay. Do you know the name Leslie Perlov? Leslie Perlov?
Perlaw. Shut up, nigga.
No?
You know
Okay.
it's the Perlaw. You know what's crazy about this, bro? This happened 45 years ago. This happened 45 years ago. When this case happened, you had a detective, young, in his 30s, late 20s, early 40s maybe, that died trying to solve this case. Bro. Back then you had limited, like very, very, very limited evidence, I can say, because you didn't have nothing to find this shit with. You didn't have no DNA kits to where you would think that in the future it will, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't. This is crazy, squad. 45 years later, you done lived your life. You done had kids. They done had kids. You really thought this was behind you. You thinking this way back then. Like I said, everything is limited, so there's no way they can find you type shit. Look at the picture, all black and white, you know what I'm saying? And you cooked at 74 years old. Phew.
She wasn't a girlfriend of yours?
Oh no,
Okay. I had to ask.
she's cute anyway.
Yeah, very.
That would be
You
about,
bitch.
she'd be about 18 years old, I guess.
Okay.
At Stanford, Stanford graduate, yeah. But that's it. I don't even recognize her.
Curiously, the sergeant hasn't shared with John that Leslie was a Stanford graduate.
Oh,
Why do you say she's a Stanford graduate?
Well, just by the way she dresses and all in
Okay.
this area, you know.
Sure.
But, you know, I didn't say graduate either. I said, you know, she's a college kid.
no you
Oh, okay.
didn't, bitch.
Now this young lady was obviously murdered, like I said.
Y'all learned something from that. He clearly said graduate. Then he tried to retract and say, no, I said she was a college kid. The officer know what he heard. But as soon as he said, I know she's a college kid, he didn't do what we'd do. Nope, you just said 2 seconds ago that she was a graduate. You just said that 2 seconds. He didn't do that. He was just like, oh, okay. Ain't no reason to wild out, squad. Ain't no reason to wild out. When you know a liar, ain't no reason to let them know they're a liar. They know they lied. They know what they said. In his mind, he like, fuck. You acknowledge it, you know how to move from there on. You ain't got to tell them, oh, yeah, you lied to me, you lied. And that goes with relationships, friendships, family. When you know they lied, you acknowledge it. Don't even let them know you acknowledge it, bro. just moved different from then on. In his mind, he like, shit, I did say graduate. Damn, I said graduate.
She was strangled. Would you ever think about doing anything like that?
Nope.
I know that you were accused of a sexual
Yeah.
assault, right?
That's why he
Would you
brought it
ever
up.
think about committing a sexual assault?
I have no reason for it.
And I'm going to ask you these tough questions
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
part of the investigation. When you were younger, did you ever fantasize about sexual assault?
It's what it sounds like by looking at my record.
Yeah. Or killing a young woman? Okay.
No.
In this
But
investigation,
yeah, you did crime for two of
your
them, one
DNA was
murder
on
and
this
one
young
assault.
lady. How do you think? Why would you think your DNA was on her?
Haven't the slightest idea.
Were you involved in the murder?
Check
of
his
this young girl?
Pampers. He just shit it.
As the sergeant
Check
continues to
his
press for
Pampers.
answers, John
He
inches
just
closer to a
shit
major
it.
mistake, not yet aware of what he's about to give away.
You know about DNA and how it's transferred, right?
Yeah.
Um,
No,
What-
this can be how it's transferred. I can always just tell.
okay, tell me about
Yeah,
that.
one is semen,
Okay,
one is from the mouth.
sure.
You know,
Yeah.
that's the only two that I know of.
Blood, my boy.
Now, if there's some that are bodily,
Blood, my boy.
I mean, other than these two transferred, then it's
Now, today, that's what I'm saying. It gets crazy. Now, see, every second, your body sheds millions of skin cells. You know what I'm saying? Shedding like a dog, right? Now, DNA analysis can detect that. They are working on that. Meaning, if you go to somebody's house and you walk in their house, the only way you would get away, is if you was in there less than a second. You drop the skin on the floor, on the table, everywhere you walk, from your face to your fingers to you walk in there, you gloved up, it's impossible, squad. It's impossible today. I am cool. Look, when I was born, we was straight back then. Y'all not straight today, bro. Not at all.
totally different.
Okay. And you know about technology now, advances in
Technology
technology.
is getting good.
Yeah. So
They're
there's.
catching them every day. They're
Yeah.
catching
How do you think
You're
your
part of
DNA
that
would be on a person?
statistics.
Don't know. Okay.
Especially this person or these two persons.
What two persons?
Well, that you're talking about.
Yeah.
The two young women.
Okay. I showed you a picture of that one young lady.
Yeah. No.
Okay. What's the second young lady?
The one up on the one up on the hill.
Okay.
Yeah. There's two different places you're talking about.
Okay. What's one of them's up on the hill?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where the other one?
And then up on what hill? Well, you mentioned the hill.
Yeah. You mentioned.
I mentioned the hills.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, here,
And what's the other one? 'Cause I don't
Detective
remember another
Cortez,
one.
cool.
Well, there's the two girls. There's not both the same place.
Okay. I mentioned one girl up on the hill.
Yeah. I mean, they're okay. Wherever she was, wherever the second girl was.
Oh, okay.
While the sergeant doesn't yet know it, another woman was found in the Palo Alto area in 1974, 1 year after Leslie's body was discovered.
Damn, this nigga just snitched on himself on accident. That sergeant better than me because I would have sat there and thought that even the suspect was talking about the two girls, the one that was assaulted and the one that they found dead. He's so old. Not even he's so old. The detective's so witty. He probably wasn't even talking about the assaulted girl. He probably killed two girls out there. Let's check this. They checked it, and there was another girl found in 1974. Oof. In the hills. He know them hills like the back of his hand, squad. He know them hills like the back of his hand, squad.
21-year-old Janet Taylor was found dumped along Sandhill Road in the same Stanford Dish hiking area. According to news sources,
said,
she'd also
serial
been
killers feel
assaulted and
comfortable.
strangled to death. The serial killer responsible for the deaths of both Leslie and Janet would escape justice for decades, until now.
I think I'm at a point in my investigation that, you know,
I'm guilty, and that's it.
well, I'm trying to, you know, well, there's a couple things, John.
I was laughing at you, not with you. Know that. I was laughing at you, not with you, my boy. Know that. Know that.
Your DNA's on her.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not trying to find out who did it. What I'm trying to find out is why you did it. And I think you know more than you're telling me.
No, I wish I knew.
With John refusing to admit the truth, another investigator joins in the effort to obtain a confession, and the added pressure will soon tear his lies even further apart.
Nervous.
It's not an accident that your DNA got there. Your DNA and the type of DNA and where it is on the victim, there's no other explanation. You committed this crime. We know you committed this crime.
Good cop, bad cop. My boy came in and applied the pressure.
Okay?
Applied the pressure.
We don't know is why. And we're going to give you the opportunity to explain it to us.
You don't have to. I thought about it, and that's all I can think of. No.
Know what?
No, I'm not guilty.
Okay. Well, I'm telling you right now you are.
Okay, fine.
Okay? You had to have known this day was coming.
Yeah, I know that. That's why it took so damn long.
As they push
Oh!
harder for the truth about Leslie, John
He
once again
admitted.
let slip that she wasn't the only one.
One thing y'all need to know, bro. One thing y'all need to know. They're not interrogating him hoping they get him to admit to what he did so they can take him to jail. DNA is all they need. They just question him so it can be easier up in court, squad. That's it. They got the DNA. They gonna book this nigga anyway. He's going to prison. He gonna die in that motherfucker. He's going to jail for a long, long
When he
time, bro.
left in the hills.
So why her?
I don't even know who she is. If that's the first girl or the one girl that's up on the hill or whatever, you know.
What do you mean the first girl?
Well, he said there's two people, there's two girls, unless I misunderstood him. They were killed within probably an hour of each other and 2 hours of each other, or day, or who knows.
Do you remember?
He's so old, the investigator never said two girls were killed. He said one was assaulted and one was killed. He admitting to both murders, bro. He admitting to both murders.
How do you remember those details?
Some of the questions he's asked me.
Do you remember seeing any newspaper articles or
No,
media
just-
about those?
Nobody, but that girl there is not the other one that he showed me.
He only showed you one.
If that's the girl there with, the other picture, I doubt it.
Why's that?
I mean, look at the body. It could be somebody else. I don't think they're the same one.
Is that why you don't recognize her?
No.
Because that's not the girl that you
I'm
killed?
not questioning. I don't recognize her. I've never seen her.
Do you think it was a different girl that you killed and that's not the one we're
I
showing
didn't
you?
kill any girl.
You didn't kill the girl in Germany?
No. Well, that's total different. That's when I was 18 years old or younger.
Killer always be a killer,
In
my
a final
boy.
confrontation, investigators forced John to face the mounting evidence against him.
There's a situation in Germany where a girl ends up dead and you weren't there.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have a situation
Here.
here,
That was.
years later after you came back to the States, where a girl ends up dead and you say you weren't there, yet your DNA is there.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the chances are of that happening?
Fidgeting.
What would you do if you were us
He's
and you were investigating
fidgeting.
this case?
Why are you
What
playing
would
with
that look like
that?
to you?
Why are you playing with that?
There's a brick wall.
Guilty ass.
What do you mean there's a brick wall?
Well, I mean, you found out, you couldn't find out, so.
What do you mean I found out and I couldn't find
Oh,
it?
nothing. I'm just let it go. I'm.
Well, you understand it's my job not
Yeah.
to let things like that
I'm
go,
not,
right?
I'm not I have nothing to say about it.
It's got to be quite a burden, John.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to put the questioning from here on unless I'm represented by somebody in the courts.
What do you mean?
A lawyer.
You'd like a lawyer?
I like a lawyer.
Okay. Thanks, Joe.
After requesting a lawyer, the interrogation came to an end. But justice quickly caught up with 74-year-old John Arthur Getrew, who was arrested and booked into the Santa Clara County Main Jail with a $10 million bond.
Yeah.
In January
coming
2019,
home.
DNA from the torn crotch of Janet Taylor's underwear was also determined to be a match for John.
Both
In September
victims.
2021, a jury found him guilty of first-degree murder with infliction of great bodily injury in the killing of 21-year-old Janet Taylor. He was sentenced to 7 years to life in prison, finally putting a serial killer who had escaped justice for decades behind bars for good. In January 2023, he pleaded guilty to the murder of Leslie Perloff and received a second life sentence to be served consecutive with the first. According to
nigga
multiple
gonna die
news
in
sources,
prison.
John Getrew died of natural causes on September 22, 2023, at the age of
2 days
79.
before my birthday.
His DNA remains in the state database and will continue to be compared against evidence from unsolved murders in the ongoing effort to
That
close.
shit don't count, man. Life ain't fair. So April 27th, 2023. Yeah. He only went to jail for like 5 months before he died on that murder. He only did like 5 years before he kicked the cup. Kicked the can. Before he died, shit. That don't count. He was supposed to die at 143. Suffering that
Getrew
motherfucker.
died of natural causes on September 22, 2023, at the age of 79. His DNA remains in the state database and will continue to be compared against evidence from unsolved murders in the ongoing effort to close more cases. If you'd like to see select new videos early,
And that's what I said before, bro. Sick people get killed. I mean, sick people. Good people get killed. Bad people die of old age. When I look at the Jeffrey Dahmer, the serial killer, not Jeffrey Dahmer, they smoked him, but when I look at all the like known them fools die of old age, bro. With that being said, I'm gonna get